The question is, what would be the reason why they would want to keep something like this a secret? If there really were a race of giants that survived, let's assume that what we're talking about is what's referenced in the Bible, or at least the Book of Enoch, the Nephilim. The stories about the Smithsonian are always fascinating.
Yeah.
There have been archaeological digs, and they have discovered like enormous femurs that they thought were like woolly mammoths or something, and then they realized like, well, this is a giant human. They tuck them away in the basement of the Smithsonian or somewhere else. For whatever reason, the general public is not allowed to know about this.
The story of the Kandahar giant.
Yeah, let's tell the story.
Years ago, I was working with a gentleman named Steve Quayle, and we were making documentary films mainly about giants, mainly on the topic of giants. So I was traveling around the world investigating giants, and Steve is known for his investigations into giants. He got a phone call from an elderly woman who told him, "You need to talk to my son." She had to convince her son to talk to Steve, and ultimately he did. He shows us his credentials. He was active duty C-130. He said back in 2005, he was deployed in Afghanistan and Iraq running missions as a C-130 cargo pilot. On one of these missions, he's flying into Bagram. He landed, and he was met on the tarmac by some individuals that he describes as the babysitters. He thinks they were either Army intelligence or Air Force intelligence guys. They told him, no photos, no mention of this ever. This never happened. There were intelligence guys on the tarmac, and it turns out what they were waiting for was the cargo that was being delivered on a forklift. It was on an air cargo pallet, which is 7x9. He could see that there was a person on the pallet in the fetal position. And this individual was so large that his hands and his feet and part of his head were hanging off the pallet. He asked the Marines, what happened? Where did this guy come from? And they told him that they had heard that there was a team that was out in Afghanistan, and they came upon a cave. So they went into the cave, and rather than encountering the Taliban, what they found was this enormous humanoid who killed them all. They deployed another team to go look for that team, and they were able to kill the giant. And then they had a transport helicopter come in and airlift him to Bagram.
Giants were real, the cover-up is bigger than you think, and the Smithsonian has been guarding the biggest secret of all. For over 150 years, farmers, soldiers, and archaeologists have been digging up giant skeletons across this country, in Ohio mounds, West Virginia caves, and ancient burial sites from coast to coast. Reports of 7-foot, 8-foot, even 12-foot humans kept pouring in. Newspapers printed the stories, witnesses swore they saw them, then the Smithsonian showed up. Every single time, the bones were collected, and they vanished. Never put on display, never studied publicly, just gone. In the early 1900s, high-level Smithsonian administrators reportedly ordered the destruction of thousands of these giant skeletons. Why? Because these remains destroyed the official timeline of the earth since God created it, and that the Bible is irrefutably true. These large skeletons and fossils proved that giants once walked this land, the same beings mentioned in the Bible as the Nephilim and men of renown. Whistleblowers came forward. They admitted it. The institution has been systematically erasing evidence of giants for over a century to protect the mainstream narrative. Think about it. If giants existed, what else have they hidden? The Smithsonian didn't just collect history, they edited it. Friends, imagine owning real physical gold and silver while still helping fund one of the most exciting scientific expeditions of our time. Goldco is proud to sponsor the groundbreaking 2026 Noah's Ark scientific expedition with noahsarkscans.com. This official Turkish government-approved project is using cutting-edge technology, LiDAR, ground-penetrating radar, and more to investigate the Durupinar boat-shaped formation in Turkey that many believe could still be the resting place of Noah's Ark. With Goldco, you can protect your savings with high-quality gold and silver, while a portion of specially designed purchases helps power this historical search for answers. Gold has stood the test of time for thousands of years, just like the story of Noah's Ark. Don't wait, visit noahsarkgold.com and mention Noah's Ark's expedition to get up to $10,000 in free bonus silver. Secure your future and support real discovery. That's noahsarkgold.com.